guys, welcome to our phonics lesson. Let's go ahead and let's get started by reading our learning target. I can decode and read multisyllabic words that do not follow decoding skill 1 or 2. So remember, decode means to break it apart into syllables in order to read those syllables, okay? Remember, multisyllabic words are those words that have more than one syllable. And in order to be successful with this learning target, we need to be able to decode words into syllables, to read vowel sounds correctly, and then to be able to read the words correctly when the word is seen alone, in a sentence, or in a passage, okay? So let's go ahead and review what we talked about yesterday. So yesterday we talked about blends that could split. There are 4 common S blends that can split. SC, SK, SP, and ST. When these 4 blends are commonly seen in the middle of multisyllabic words, they split, okay? Like in sister. Remember, we don't say sister, we say sister, okay? Miss and dis are both prefixes, MIS and DIS. So whenever we see those in a word followed by a P there, or any other consonant, that'll split because those prefixes are in a suffix by themselves, like misplace, Mr., basket, okay? Today we're going to learn about another decoding exception that does not follow decoding skills 1 or 2. So we have talked about digraphs. Remember, digraphs are 2 letters that have one sound, like sh, ch, w, okay? Now, those are digraphs, and we're going to learn about one digraph that can split. So what we're going to do is we're quickly going to review some digraphs. I'm going to say some words, and I just want you to listen to these words, okay? Gnome, sign, gnome, sign. Both of those have the sound. Sign. Okay? Now, when we have these sounds at the beginning, another spelling for the sound is GN. And remember, we code these digraphs, we mark it with an arc, and then we mark a line through that first consonant because it's silent, and then we code the rest of the word like normal. When we have 2 vowels, one is the E on the end, it's silent, and it gives the vowel before it the long sound. So we have gnome. That's a 1-syllable word. Now we have another 1-syllable word, sign. We have IGN, which is a special vowel sound that says ein, but that G and that N is also a digraph with the G silent. So we have the word sign. When that sound comes at the beginning or at the end, and we spell it with that digraph GN, we leave that G and that N together as a digraph. But if that G and that N come in the middle of a multisyllabic word, it's going to split, but the G will no longer be silent. The G will actually say its name, G, okay? So let's go ahead and let's code this word to help us here. So we're going to start with the first word here. So we're looking, when we're trying to meet our learning target of being able to decode words into syllables, we're looking for 3 things: vowels, blends, and digraphs. So we have vowel I, digraph GN, vowel I, vowel E. Remember, when E is on the end and there's another vowel before it, that E is silent. So this word's going to have 2 syllables because it has 2 working vowels, okay? All right, now in between our I and our I, we have that digraph. Usually that digraph will stay together, but remember, we're learning an exception to that rule. When G and N come together in the middle of a word, they're going to split, like decoding skill number 2 teaches us that 2 consonants will split. Now both of these letters are going to have a sound. Now let's read, make sure we can read the vowel sounds correctly. This I is going to be short because of the consonant G behind it. This I is going to be long because of the silent E. So now let's sound it out. Ig, ig, night, night, ignite, ignite. When something is ignited, that means that you can cause it to burn. If you ignite something, you cause it to burn. So see how both of those letters in that diagram, the G and the N, both have a sound? Let's look at another word. All right, let's go ahead and code this word. Remember, that's part of our success criteria, being able to decode words into syllables. So we're looking for three things: vowels, blends, and digraphs. We have that vowel I there, okay? Then we have that digraph GN and vowel A. In between vowel I and vowel A, we have that digraph GN. Remember, if it comes at the beginning or the end, they have to stay together to make that one sound But when that G and that N are found in the middle of a multisyllabic word, it's going to follow decoding skill number 2. Two consonants will split. So I'm going to split this word into syllables between the G and the N. So now the G and the N both have sounds. What sound will this vowel I have? Long or short? Short because of the guardian consonant G behind it. This A will also be short because of the guardian consonant L. Now let's sound this word out. Ig, sig, ol, null. Signal. Signal. A signal is something that lets you know what's going to happen. Okay? All right, let's look at another word. When we come to a new word, in order to meet our success criteria, we have to be able to decode the word into syllables. So we're looking for vowels, blends, and digraphs. So we have vowel E, vowel I, digraph GN, vowel A, vowel E. This E on the end is what? Shh, silent, because there's vowels before it. So this word is going to have 1, 2, 3 syllables. Let's go back and start at the beginning. So here we have a vowel and a vowel. What do we know about the one consonant in between? One consonant will run to the vowel behind it. So we'll split the word in between the E and the S. Now we have the I, digraph A. Remember, when G and N, the digraph comes in the middle of the word, it's going to split, and both letters in that digraph are going to have a sound. Okay? Now let's go back and see what sound our vowels make. Remember, that's the second part of our success criteria, being able to make the vowel sounds, read the vowel sounds correctly. This E is going to be long because it's at the end of the syllable. I is going to be short because it has a guardian consonant G. A is going to be long because of that E at the end. So we have the word designate. Now, we're going to shorten that E because designate doesn't sound right. Remember, that is an exception also. So now we have designate. Designate. When you designate something, that means that you make it that new thing. So I could designate Mondays as an off day. I can choose that day and make it that, okay? All right, so whenever G and N, that digraph comes in the middle of the word, we are going to split it into the two separate sounds. But remember, if the G and digraph comes at the beginning of the word or at the end of the word, the G is silent, and those letters together say like in the word gnome and sign, okay? All right, guys, we will continue practicing with our learning target throughout the week. Bye, guys.